Hello, Cancer. This is your oracle reading for the month of February 2026. My name's Kathleen. I'm one of the spirit operators. If you're new here, just to let you know that I get psychic impressions from the images on the cards, and I also interact with spirit, so this might be a little bit different for you. If you are returning, thank you very much for coming back. We're glad you can join us again. So, the setup here is I got this during a meditation. The top card represents you for the month of February. And so that card is from the Waite tarot deck. And then the other four cards along the bottom are the regular reading that I would do for the month. And we're using the Mystical Journey Oracle deck. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's happening for you. So the Chariot, that represents you this month, or for the month of February. Okay. So perhaps you are traveling, or that you have been traveling, or that you want to travel. But I'm picking up traveling. Something happening. Yeah, it feels definite, like you're definitely going to be traveling in February, or getting the plans in place to travel later in the year. I'm picking up, well, Spirit's saying that for some of you, this may be unexpected travel, that um, something occurs and you have to travel. Okay, Spirit said that's it for the card. Okay, so we'll move on. So we have New Dawn. I don't think I've had that card come up before. So the peacock feathers are really standing out in this reading for me. So, okay, so Spirit's giving me images and telling me something to do with luxury, something to do with like a garden type of setting. So perhaps where you're traveling to, this that's what you'll encounter. But it feels, there's almost like a tropical feeling to it. Just a feeling of like relaxing, feeling luxurious. You know, like running your hands along something, you know, like really soft and wonderful. So, okay, so Spirit is showing me maybe this is an item that you could buy for your home. Something perhaps that you think might be extravagant. So normally you wouldn't buy it, but as long as you're not going to go like too overboard, you know, like totally put yourself in debt you have to pay off for years, like don't do that. But if there's an item that will bring you pleasure when you see it, or touch it, right? That it's, maybe it's a really really soft blanket or pillow or something along those lines. Anyway, yeah, get yourself something like this month. It's actually going to help you with your state of mind to help you kind of feel good about yourself, in that you have this object, okay, but try not to get too attached to it. But yeah, okay, so Spirit said move on to the next card. Okay, so we have letting go. Okay, this actually feels like someone else's energy, and they're going to let you go. This individual, I think it may be one person, perhaps it's more than one. They're very, very angry. I think in general, they tend to be really self-absorbed and selfish, always putting themselves first before others, always trying to see what they can get out of other people. And I get the impression here that something has happened or is going to happen. And I think for a lot of you, it's something that's going to happen during the month of February. And this person's going to really be offended that their needs weren't catered to, that they weren't put ahead of others. So perhaps you need to help someone other than them, or you are doing something that may be helping yourself, and they're very, very upset that you didn't do it for them. There's a lot of jealousy here because they think so highly of themselves that they really, really push the boundaries of other people, that they expect everyone to cater to them as though they're the master and everyone else is the slave, their slave, and they have to do what they want. And if they don't do what they want, then this individual has like a temper tantrum. And so I have the feeling this person's going to have a major meltdown, temper tantrum in February. And there's a good chance they're going to cut you out of their life, which, from my point of view, from what I can see of the person and the situation, everything, bye-bye, let them go. It may be emotionally upsetting, but really, their behavior is just going to get worse and worse. They are not going to improve. So really, you would be far better off without them. Okay. So watch for that this month. It really seems like this person is just really going to blow the top of their head right up. Like they're just going to explode with emotion. And they're going to accuse you and others of neglecting them, and all it is a very minor thing, but they're just so self-absorbed that they're just blowing everything out of proportion. Okay, so just be aware that that is possibly going to go down in February, might go down in March, I'm hearing from Spirit, but that is something that could happen. Okay, so we'll move to the next card, and we have Awakening. And so right away, I'm picking up that you have suffered, that you've been burned, perhaps by this individual in the past, that you have experienced pain and suffering and heartache. And it feels like whatever this individual is going to pull this month, it's kind of like the last straw breaks camel's back type of idea. It's finally that last nail in the coffin. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I am completely, totally aware of how this person is. Perhaps they have been tricking you and fooling you, manipulating you in the past. And it's going to hurt when they leave your life. when they have this eruption, but you're gonna be so much better beyond it. You will learn. You don't want to be manipulated. You don't want to be used. You don't want to be taken advantage of. You don't want to be treated that way anymore. And so you're going to start even more healing, because I feel like you have been working on your healing, but this is it's like the final thing that sort of happens to make you become completely aware. Yeah, I am done with all of that nonsense. I am moving on with my life for me. I'm going to take care of me. Not in a selfish way, right? Because I don't feel like you would ever be a selfish person, but just that, you need to look after yourself, because if you don't look after you, you're not going to be in a good position to help anybody else. So you have to do that. So it's going to be sort of an awakening for you of, I'm done with the emotional trauma. I'm done with, any sort of manipulation, being treated unfairly, abuse, whatever has happened in the past. I'm done. And I'm finally putting my foot down. Yep, that's it. I'm moving forward. I don't need that crap anymore in my life. Okay, so Spirit said to go to the next card. Taking back your power. Very appropriate. Okay, so there we go. That is something you can work on. But again, there is this feeling, and perhaps maybe some of you, a few of you, this has already happened maybe. But I feel like for most of you that are watching it, it's about to happen. It's about to erupt. Okay, but you're beyond this. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna take back your power, which is what I was badly trying to explain in the previous card. And so you're going to get to a place where you're free and you can just breathe, sigh, relax. It's okay. Everything's going to work out. It might not be perfect, because, there's still some red lily pads up above, if this is underwater. It's not completely clear, but it's so much more peaceful than how it used to be, right? And it's going to just keep improving. You're just going to keep making things better. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. That's it for your reading. Thank you so much for watching.